here's Rick Jordan.
All right, we are underway with the fishing frenzy here this morning. A little late getting started. We're having phone issues, and that's sadly not a good thing when you have a show that's pretty much dependent on the phone.
Pretty much.
But anyway, good morning, Rick.
Good morning, Dave.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Yeah, I know you were,
Right.
out of, you were on sick call last
Yeah, a little bit, but
So
hanging in there today, so that's a good thing.
And now our phones are sick.
Yeah. I wonder if I should try it again here.
Keep trying it. What the heck? I know that the weather has been pretty good if you've been doing stuff outside. Hunters are gearing up for a lot of different hunting seasons. We can talk about that when we get moving on the frenzy. Right now, we're just trying to dial. Each October, Minnesota kids get a school break. It's called Education Academy for the Minnesota DNR. And they would love to see a lot of those kids team up with the Minnesota DNR and get out there and enjoy the wilderness. Whether it might be fishing or hunting or just shaking a leg in the woods. It's always fun. MEA break, we call it. They've been doing that MEA thing, I think, since I was in kindergarten.
We may have Russ Francisco.
Oh, he called.
Yeah.
Russell.
How you doing?
Oh, thanks for calling.
Yeah. Have an issue with the phone this morning.
Yeah, that's what happens when you don't pay the bill.
Right.
You're a wise man. Well, top of the morning. Thank you. We've had some good weather, and I think we are blessed with good fishing and hunting weather, too.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, shoot, we had that really warm weather, and then we had the cooler temperatures, and now we're going to be back up to moderate. I mean, it's a good thing. Fall fishing has been excellent, and people were putting their boats away, and they stopped, and so you can't blame them. And so fishing is good. So we'll see. We got a week of nice temperatures, 50s and 60s. So I mean, that's where it should have been in late, September.
Yeah.
And so we'll do that for a bit, and we'll see how long Mother Nature gives us this kind of temperatures.
I was ready to pull mine out of the garage, my boat, that is, and set it up so I could wash it, maybe wax it and stuff. And then I looked at the forecast. I said, no, you aren't dead. You're not dead yet.
No, not even close. So it'll be fine. And then a lot of folks are making the move toward ice fishing, and so we can continue to convert the store and get that ready too. And we'll just play whatever season people want to play.
What do you do? Do you have another warehouse that stores the summer stuff to make room for winter?
Oh yeah. So we've got let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buildings.
Wow.
We store everything in, and most of it right now is ice fishing. But we got a building that's not too far from the store here that has 400 augers in it, ready to go there. We've got oh golly, we got 60 tents in from Eskimo the other day. We'll get about 100 from otter and probably about 60 from clam in the next week, and that'll be the first run, and then we'll get ready to go for mostly right after deer season, but if it gets cold, people will go before, but mostly right after deer season, right that third week in November, and then we get ready for the St. Paul Ice Show, and then we come back and do Duluth, and we're on, so it's a go. So you got to, and if you don't buy the stuff now, I'll give you an example. There's a new Maven auger out of Strike Master.
Maven?
Yeah, it's called Maven. It replaced the 40 volt, and it has the same battery and everything. It's sort of cool, but they made it a little more efficient, faster, lighter, and it they're out. I mean, they're completely out, and the warehouses had them in stock, and so I've been buying more from the warehouses because they only shipped 80% of what I ordered originally, and now they're running out. So it's we'll get into season, and we'll have plenty to go, but there won't be enough of those new augers to go around. They will run out for sure. So that's part of it. And then Eskimo, they shipped a bunch of stuff, so they're in pretty good shape right now. Fred's been trying to buy some boots, and boots are hard to get. So we have plenty in stock, and there's not going to be a shortage of them, but maybe by January, So we'll see. So it's one of those years where that 141% tariff thing that came in, most of the manufacturers backed off, and then when it disappeared, they turned on the floodgates and said let her go, but they couldn't get the second turn out of it because it wasn't built. So what we have is what we have, So it's just one of those years.
There we go. We're still having some trouble here. My fault. But when you talk about this Maven thing, would there be a learning curve for the user when they take it outside? Maybe we should get it now and start playing with it.
It's an auger. It has a new style blade. It's going to have a composite drill. It's just the body is smaller. The nice thing is they made the battery the same as the last one. So if you have an extra battery or if you have an auger that actually, they're pretty durable. I was going to say if they died, they just don't die anymore. But but if you want a new auger, your batteries still transfer over, and so it's a nice thing. But the big thing is weight. They cut some more weight out of it. They changed the blades, so those old traditional triangular laser blades. Yeah. We'll still have them for people that have those augers, but the new blades will go forward with a different cutting edge on them. They make them more efficient, a little faster, easier to hang on to, things like that. They're just trying to make go to the next step of electric, and that's what they've done.
Wow. What is after this, do you think? Where can they go? How far?
Know. Hang on. We'll see what they come up with electronics in the next couple of years. Wow. I hear there's a whole bunch of stuff on the horizon coming. We'll see what they have. But for this year, pretty much electronics is the same. Garmin and Lowrance and Humminbird will all have pretty much the same equipment, except we'll have Explorer units now from Humminbird like we had for summer. Lowrance will have traditional stuff, but now they're starting to package their FS series units with their active target, so they have their front viewing type stuff. They're going to lump those together like Garmin did with their packages of a depth sounder and the front viewing sonar in the box. So that everybody's sort of jumping on that. A lot of the portables that we bought or the ice fishing models we bought are going to be discontinued as far as the cases and everything because the aftermarket cases are so much better. So we have HT, Arctic Armor, Fish Armor. There's so many people making this stuff now with different poles, and Clam has a really nice one. Vexilar came out with one now, and so we'll have all kinds of options for people. And then some of the companies actually have devices we can mount on the boat, so we can, and when we're done ice fishing, we can slap it on the boat and use the same pole and everything. So there's a lot of neat stuff happening.
Yeah, you read my mind. I was just thinking, boy, if I'm going to spend that kind of money, I don't want to just use it for 3 or 4 months. I want it in the summer too.
Yeah, it's cool. They've really they've listened to people, and they've really done a good job. So it's fun. It'll be a fun ice season, and if Mother Nature's kind to us and gives us a little good ice, we'll have it made.
Some good deals.
Well, all kinds of stuff. We got all the winterization stuff ready to go. So if you need 100 below antifreeze, we got a case, 6 gallons in a case for $48, and we use glycol. We don't use ethanol, so it's really good stuff. We have lots of rods and reels still on sale, summer ones. All the winter combos are out. The ice rods are out. The lures are out. Fred's got boots and hats and gloves and suits at 20% off. So same stuff we're going to do at the show in December. And so we've got all kinds of stuff going on right now. If you want a kayak or canoe, we're going to leave them out one more week because people are still calling, but I got to put them away next week. So if you want 40% off, this is the time to do it. And we put them away, the sale's done. So here we go. Here we go.
Russ Francisco, Marine General Supply. Keep a tight line. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you very much for calling. Appreciate it. 9:27.
We'll be right back. All right, we're at 9:28. You got the morning show here. It's Fishing Frenzy, actually. Johnny, hang on the phone. We got to do Pat Kukl first. Good morning, Pat.
Good morning to you.
Howdy. You are a sidecar with Johnny Charlstrom.
Okay.
Not sure exactly what that means, but I heard that once.
I'm not either.
Well, we are dipping our toes in the hunting season now.
We are dipping our toes into hunting season now, and it's Friday, and Friday is when people are getting ready for the weekend. Yep. And because people are smart enough, and the first thing I have to say before I forget it is the Douglas County Fish and Game League Range, which is the George Constance Range, is now open daily.
Where is it?
And that is on Highway Z. And it is outside of Superior, and it is open. If you need specific directions, you can give us a call. You can Google it like everybody does. And they're with a range master and targets and everything's available 10 to 5. So that is fairly new. I wasn't sure when they were going to be open daily, but that's important. People are coming in with their optics now, and sometimes they're having problems. And I'm just, and please, there's many things that can go wrong. The first thing that we look for, of course, is if the scope mount is secure.
Yep.
The type of ammo they use, and then maybe it's possible that the scope is indeed bad, but you can save yourself a lot of ammunition if you either have your own bore sighter or come to us and we'll bore sight it for you to get it on the paper. The only reason I mention this is we've had a plethora of those come in, and ammunition isn't cheap like it used to be. So, if you're having a few problems, just don't go through that whole box, get it bore sighted. Another interesting twist, because I know that that the copper bullets are kind of 50-50 now with lead. They're trying to go all copper.
Heard that.
Well, copper presents its own fouling.
Its own what? Fouling?
Fouling, yeah.
Foul.
It doesn't damage the barrel at all. I'm not saying that, but just like lead or dirt will, copper, except to remove the copper, the Hoppy's number 9 doesn't cut it. So there's a lot of things on the market specifically to get rid of that copper fouling. Again, if you don't have the time or the energy, you can bring it in and say, we want the copper. We want it also to be clean for copper fouling. It's a little thing, and people don't think about it because a lot of people don't really shoot that much. But it can build up, and you're shooting a lot of copper bullets. It can affect the accuracy. So, and I'm just mentioning things like this because people work a lot. Sometimes they're last-minuting things, and these are the things you should look for. Just give us a call.
I'm a little surprised that in this day and age that still happens. Shouldn't that be something that could be corrected from the factory?
No. Anything you're going to go through that. No, not at all. Lead, we have lead buildup. Had it for years. Yeah. But eventually, anything you put down that barrel is going to make that barrel dirty. Granted, most people probably don't shoot that much, But it's the same with shotguns. You're shooting rounds at trap or skeet. That plastic wad goes through the barrel, and it melts, and you've got plastic buildup. It's the same thing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And that's something we can do at home with a good cleaning. Or take it to your store and do it better.
If you don't have time. But just to be aware that I know we love Hoppy's number 9, but there's better things on the market now, specifically designed for that.
It's a cologne.
It kind of is to some people. That's for sure. Boy, I've got a frog in my throat.
I know. I've got it. Sternberg's got it. Our phone system has it.
Over the phone lines, you gave it to me.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Hours for Superior Shooter Supply?
We're open 9 to 6, Monday through Friday, and 9 to 5 to Saturday. And, again, we're here to help, so come on in and take a look around, and you might find something you can't live without.
Some new cologne.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You bet.
Pat Kukl, Shooter Supply. Good girl. 9:33.
Right on.
Good.
We'll be right back with Johnny Chalstrom. All right, 9:33. Hopefully Johnny's still with us. He's been sitting on hold for a while.
John?
Hi.
You're there. Good boy. I brought my dog up there for an inspection by you.
Oh, I missed it.
I know, but everybody else had a good time.
All right.
And those sharp little Labrador teeth, I think they caused probably 3 wounds.
Yeah, they go through that stage when they got the little needle teeth.
Whew.
But luckily that doesn't last for too many months.
One of my kids had an idea. Give the dog a chunk of sandpaper to chew on.
Yeah, or great big old bones.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Cute dog. She's a retriever. She retrieves the darndest things. I won't get into that, but you've gone through the training situation with your dogs, right?
Not always that successfully, but yeah. I've had a few puppies over the years.
Yeah, to bring it back. Come on, bring it. You just gotta you stick with it, I guess, huh?
Yeah. A lot of times you throw them something and they go and pick it up, and then they go, opposite direction. It's like, that's not what I'm looking for.
Not playing games here. This is serious. This is hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cute dog, but he's got a ways to go. She's still young yet, he is still young.
Yeah.
So what have you heard up your way? How's hunting?
The woods are still a little on the heavy side.
Yeah.
It's still a little thick out there. People are kicking up a lot of grouse, but a lot of grouse are getting away because there's still some pretty heavy cover out there. But this last week we did have that one morning with a good hard freeze, and that's started the process of knocking down the tall grass, and some of the leaves are starting to come down. I've been having to sweep out the butcher shop with leaves every day. So, another week or so, things only get better.
Yep, and we got some rain and maybe a wind. It'll clean out the forest. It'll put it all on the floor of the forest. But yeah, you're right about the birds. We saw on the road we live. I would assume mama grouse, and she still had 3 or 4 chicks, bigger but still running behind her.
Yeah, there was the conditions were pretty good for the grouse this year, and I think some of those hens had enough time in the season to have a second hatch.
Oh, you think so?
I know.
Really?
I think so. That just the other day in my own backyard, a fox or something had gotten a little juvenile grouse, and I went to inspect what was left, and it was just a tiny little grouse. And I thought, boy, it's weird to see him that small this late in the game, but that must mean that there's a lot of real young, a lot of juveniles out there this year, and that's going to make for fun, especially for the youth that are getting out there and going after some of these grouse.
Yeah, my wife brought
lots of opportunities.
My wife brought that very same situation up, and I had to tell her something. I said, she probably had a second hatch. Not really believing it, but thank you for reaffirming that.
Yeah, I think sometimes the first hatch, if things didn't work out, then they'll have a second hatch, and other times if there's just enough time there's enough season left when the first ones are getting independent, they'll set another hatch.
Yeah.
I've seen that with the turkeys too. Sometimes this time of year you go by some of those fields, especially around floodwood, and you'll see about 4 different sizes of turkeys in these flocks. And it's like some of them are still really juvenile, and some of them are almost as tall as the adults, but you can tell they're still a year class smaller. So
yeah. I think I know where you're talking about. I've seen birds out there, too. In our yard, we've had everything from deer to bear to grouse. And, I don't know what else. It leaves messes around. But it's been a healthy fall.
Yeah. It's been a good fall, and we've had a good start to our processing season. I think we've had 33 bear in so far, probably right around 20 deer, and a couple of moose in the mix. So it's been an interesting season, and I'm looking forward to. Looks like we have that there's that youth season coming up. That might be. It looks like October 16th to the 19th. That's the early Advent.
So that would be a week from tomorrow.
And, so we should get a lot of youngsters out in the woods, and that'll be good. Yeah,
that'll be excellent. My birthday's next Friday, so that'll be a good present.
Which one is it?
It's 25.
All right, there we go.
Same age, huh? Okay, well, we had a couple of minutes here. How about fishing? How's it been?
Fishing last couple of days starting to pick back up, and that good freeze we had the other day made a big difference. One of my customers came in all excited and he says, "Water temp dropped 15 degrees," and that's gonna make a difference. And a lot of the hardcore guys we're making up for lost time these last couple of days and buying up quite a few chugs and getting back out there on Island and Boulder, and it sounds like success has been pretty good.
We've also had success even with the worms still, or night crawlers, last weekend. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I've never sold so many crawlers this late in the season. Usually after Labor Day, it's about done, and I had to reorder crawlers a couple more times and spend a few more days packing crawlers at the same time of year when I'm usually cutting up deer. So it's been an interesting fall, and I'm grateful for the extended nice days we've had, because it makes that winter just a little bit shorter.
Well, while we're on the topic of fish, I want to give a great big attaboy to the Minnesota DNR. I'm talking specifically about Island Lake here, because, I mean, it's right down the street from my house, okay? So I go there a lot. And they had a change in their rules a few years ago that we thought, this is going to kill it. It did not kill it. It is fantastic fishing. The fish are much larger now in Island Lake. Walleyes.
Yes. Yeah, what they did with their slots made a big difference, and you can see it already. And I remember kind of the same sort of effect when they did before they even did Island Lake. They did a slot change on Fish Lake, and within just, and I heard a lot of grumbling, and then about 3 years after the change, wow, what a difference!
Yeah,
and you could see it, and you could tell it was having an effect there too. So I'm not going to grumble about it. I think things are only getting better, and there's people who were afraid, like you say, when they that they were going to take all the fish out of that lake by having such a high limit with the smaller ones.
Yes.
But it didn't happen, and there's still a lot of fish there. Just this last week, I was talking with one of the guys that was doing the kind of the shock and the surveying.
Yeah.
And I says, "What are you seeing out there?" And he says, "A lot of fish." He says, "That lake's looking good." So
it is.
It's really nice to get the intended effects, because it doesn't always happen, but when it does, we gotta be thankful, and we're gonna benefit from this for years. Well
said. Thank you. And you're calling from your house, aren't you?
I'm calling from the butcher shop.
Oh,
got the door open. It's a beautiful day, and I got one animal I'm cutting on right now.
Okay. Well, the quality is excellent. Thank you. And Johnny, appreciate it. We'll see you on the flip side. Thank you.
All right. Take care.
We'll be right back.
All right. I think we got Dave on the line here from Northwest Outlet.
Is this Dave?
Yeah, good morning.
Morning, Dave.
We're a little discombobulated today. We've got
the phone issues are cropping up today.
You know.
It's that technology building, you know.
That's right. It is called a technology building. Well, I'll say that it is working.
Yeah. Gosh, last night I turned on the TV and here they're talking about a forest fire up in Crosby Manitou State Park, and it's like, golly, I should have been more up on top of that. But they've the kind of the late. Well, nothing's been updated today here, but they're closing the Superior Hiking Trail from Caribou Falls Rest Area up to County Road 7.
Yeah.
And just because of the fire and where it might move to, they're closing that section of the trail. But for anybody that's interested in kind of keeping track of it too, my son this spring here with all the fires was telling me about about an app called Watch Duty.
Watch Duty.
I think Watch Duty. Yeah, I think I mentioned it maybe this spring too on the show. But it's it's a really great website for getting updates and stuff kind of quicker than the Incident Command or InciWeb and those places are putting out. So just a little heads up there. And gosh, what a gorgeous day today, and hopefully a gorgeous weekend. It's like it's raining leaves out there, and to be outside and doing anything, whether it's working or hiking or hunting or fishing or a little breezy. I'm looking out at the bay here in Superior right now, and it's a little breezy out there. But getting out and doing stuff is just this is the time to seize the day.
Well, get up there and carpe diem.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah.
Carpe diem. Well, what do you got at Northwest Outlet for us?
Oh man, we have changed the seasons here. We're getting people ready for the cool weather and the cold weather coming up. Whether it's work clothing and work footwear, whether it's Columbia, North Face, all of the hiking shoes and the boots and stuff. And folks, we got the stuff for the itty-bitty little kids all the way up to the great big adults, whether it's work or play. Smart Wool socks, Darn Tough socks, all of the compasses, the waterproof matches, the safety gear, the camping gear, because it's still a great time to be out camping. And it's just that busy time of the year for us here, and we're trying to make sure we get everybody set up right.
Hours at Northwest Outlet?
We are open Monday through Friday, 9 until 6, Saturday 9 to 5:30. We're closed on Sundays. Folks, get out, have fun. You got to make sure you check for ticks because those little buggers are looking for somebody warm right now. and have a great weekend out there, everybody. Thank you.
Thanks.
And make sure you got rain gear. Make sure you got rain gear if you on Sunday, especially here.
Thanks,
Talk to you.
Dad.
Bye-bye.
See you later. Well, if you get a little bored around the house, and it's possible, it might happen, why don't you go outside? Minnesota DNR listed a couple of things you could do. You don't have to, but it's kind of fun. How about visit one of the DNR fall color maps? There's a lot of them out there.
There are still some leaves available.
There are leaves in the trees, but boy, they're falling like snowflakes.
Time is limited.
It is limited, so it's kind of fun. And the weather is not bad. Mm-hmm. It's not raining, it's not snowing, it's not slippery. Or you can attend perhaps a naturalist program. Both Minnesota and Wisconsin have some of those. If you want to look at the website. They sent me this note here.
Very nice.
I appreciate it. So I'm going to read a little bit of it. We got a minute here before we get to Dave Miller.
No, we did Dave. We're doing Matt King now.
I mean Matt King, yeah. Boy, the brain,
I know. It's
got a mind
same
of its
here.
own. How about take a tour?
A tour of what?
A back road.
All right.
Go up north a little bit, take a left, and keep going. Then take a right, and take another right, and you come back home.
And you'll be lost before you know it.
Oh, please.
Oh, all right.
There's some beautiful
Make sure you got the GPS operational.
It's stuff just north of Island Lake. GPS.
All right, good.
Yeah. Well, that better be it.
Okay. We'll be back. Hopefully we'll hear from Matt King coming up. 9:50 here at KDAL. We got actually Matt on the phone now instead of JoJo.
JoJo's on the record player there.
Yeah.
Matt King, top of the morning.
How are we doing?
Well, a little discombobulated here. Our phone line system went kapooey. So thank you for calling.
Yeah, no problem. Absolutely. Always fun to join in.
Yeah, well, you're going to talk for a long time here, buddy boy. All right, have you been out fishing, hunting?
I have not. I went hunting last weekend out in North Dakota, and that was good. But I have not been out fishing at all. But there's been quite a few people getting out fishing. In the morning's a little chilly, but then it warms up and people are getting out and walleye fishing, pan fishing, fishing for pike and, muskie, everything. So it's been pretty good.
Last weekend was a rascal with the wind, but if you find a quiet bay and use a little more patience, the fish do come to you.
Yeah, and that water's starting to cool down, from what I'm understanding, and so that's good, and that'll should get them a little more active, and guys they're I guess what I'm hearing out of most people is for the walleyes, it's been the light pike has been pretty good on light pike minnows has been pretty good on quite a few lakes.
And I would say crawlers aren't bad either.
Right. Crawlers is the next thing I would say. And then guys going after crappies, they're getting crappie minnows and they're going after them. And some are using some little plastics and stuff too. So, no, that's been good. We've kind of got a little extended season for the fishing here with the way the weather has been.
Yep. You know what I haven't used in a long time, and I've got thousands of them, is lures, and not talking about worms. I'm talking about good old plastic lures with a GABA hooks all over it. I don't use those anymore.
So you're talking like Rapalas and things like that?
Yeah. Suix, you name it. I've got it, but I just don't use it. Yeah, exactly. And that can be pretty good at times. This time of the year, though, I think, so what we see anyway is people use that stuff more in the middle of the season. And this time of the year kind of goes back to that live bait bite again, just like the beginning of the year. But there is a numerous amount of baits out there, for between walleyes, northerns, whatever you want. Crappies, you got beetle spins and things like that, too, that are pretty popular. So there is a lot of baits out there for that stuff. Yeah, there was a time when I could not go pick up a live bait and not buy some kind of 9-hook lure, whether it was from your store or Russ's, I just had to. Yeah. And I just don't use them. Can I sell them?
You can. Marketplace is a good place for that. That's a pretty good place for a lot of different stuff. People are selling used fishing gear and stuff all the time. It's just, you probably switch to a different style of fishing. More live bait orientated with jigs and bobbers and things like that.
Yep. And usually at Christmas time, my nieces or nephews or uncles or whatever would come up with a new lure to give me for Christmas. And I'd say, God, this is a good one, thank you. And I never use it. Jeez.
You know what I like to do sometimes when I am out trolling and stuff on Lake Superior, I'll tell people, I did that a few times this year with some of the kids, and I give them a couple tackle boxes there, and I say, here, pick one out, because 9 times out of 10, lots of times they pick out one that I never use.
Yes.
Right? And so then I get to try it because, we get that in our head that, well, this is our go-to lure, and so we use that, and then we don't ever put out some of those ones that we bought or got given to us or whatever it is. And sometimes it's kind of fun to let people pick through there, and they pick out some different ones. I do that with my wife and kids, too. Here, pick this out, and try this. And, so it works pretty good, and sometimes we find a good one in that mix then. Oh, boy, this one's really working. I never used it. Well, now I'm going to start using it.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're a dud, right? One thing I always tell people with lures, though, just because you tried it once on one day, don't think that it might not work a different day, right? If you try it on a sunny day or a windy day, try it on a calm, cloudy day.
Oh, good point, yes.
You might be different, because of water clarity, light in the water, different baits, different times work good.
I think, and you're going to like this, we're on, what's that lake that you cabined at last year? We talked about it?
Little Jessie.
Little Jessie. We ran out of bait, and we're kind of wrapping up later in the afternoon. I think we did put some real plastic lures on, or whatever you call it, and drag them around. Somebody in our boat caught a sunfish the same size as the lure.
It's crazy what these fish will hit.
Wow.
As far as the size of what things will. My biggest crappie I ever got was like 2.25 pounds out of the bay down here, St. Louis Bay, and I was trolling a J9 Rapala. That's a pretty good size Rapala for a crappie to be hitting. So you just don't know, and fish will eat some big fish. How many times you clean walleyes and you see some pretty big perch in them or bluegills in them?
Yeah.
And not even that big of walleyes. An 18-inch walleye, it'll have a pretty big perch or pretty big bluegill in it.
Yep.
So they eat big fish. There's no doubt about that. I always tell people, don't be scared sometimes to use a bigger lure than what you think,
My biggest walleye this summer has been just a shade. It's probably 29 inches. I'd like to brag. Maybe it was 30. But what's the biggest one you caught this summer so far?
This summer, I think my biggest one was 24, I think. Or not, 25. 25.
Pretty good. Where was this?
Canada. So that's not real good for up there.
That's bait up there.
But we caught a lot of them.
Okay.
That's the thing up there. I kind of get my walleye fix up there. It's so much fun, and you just really, you come back here and it just gets you going, So.
Oh, hey, we need to hear some good deals real quick there from.
Hey, ammo, 10% off, and if you buy case prices, you get another 10% off. That's on all hunting rifle and shotgun rounds. So, some great deals, and I got all my camo and hunting clothing's on sale and boots and everything. So, stop up and take a look.
Hours?
We are 8 to 7 Monday through Saturday, 8 to 6 on Sundays.
Matt King, thank you for filling in for me today. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good day.
See you later.
All right, another week.
I got to go fishing.
We'll catch you Friday. Next week, we'll do it again.
Thank you, Dave.